Hey, it's Thursday, July 4th, 2019, and this is the Pro and the Con Show. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Michael James Ott. Uh, Hosting the show here, trying to encourage dialogue, encourage people to embrace the whole truth, the pro and the con, the good and the bad, the for and against, hence the Pro and Con Show. And really, uh, you know, the laws apply to all of us, folks. They apply to all of us, and we've got to come together at the center of the street instead of standing on both sides of the street and screaming at each other. And I've talked over and over and over again about how the issues, we need to look at them. Takes more than 10 seconds or 30 seconds or even a few minutes. These issues are complex, like tax reform or budget or addressing the national debt or reining in Wall Street or the cost of prescription drugs. All these things, okay? They're much too complex. They don't fit in 4 words on a bumper sticker as much as certain people would want you to believe. And that's, for people who want to polarize everybody and win a war, that's exactly what you do. You come up with these little taglines and you say, tagline, and, let's go to war. But no, this is not, this society, this country belongs to all of us. And we need to come together at some central place. And that central understanding will only come from taking some significant amount of time and looking at the issues. So today is July the 4th. I'm actually, in full disclosure, I'm making this video on Friday morning, July the 5th, because my lovely wife and I took the 4th holiday and we went up and down the Mississippi River here nearby, and to towns like Wabasha and Winona and Pepin and so on. It was a beautiful day and evening. It's a beautiful area, by the way. Get a chance to get around this area, you should take it, definitely in summer. Okay, but anyway, so the 4th was and is a celebration of our independence. But that independence depends on us. So we, the people, perfect the Union. It's right there. In fact, it's right at the very beginning of our Constitution. Those fellows that sat around back in the late 1700s and tried to figure out how to put together a proposal for what government would be. Try to eliminate the worst, try to incorporate the best, and it's an experiment. Okay, they didn't know, they're sitting there trying to figure it out and doing the best they can, arguing about what they perceive might and might not happen in the future, and how the structure that they were coming up with, which the structure we call the Constitution of the United States, how this would positively impact the future of the people. We, the people, perfect the Union. It's right at the beginning, right at the top of the Constitution. And it's up to us. And we're failing each other. I've been failing you with apathy and neglect. And there's a bunch of you out there, quite honestly, I know, there's 340 million Americans out there. I know millions of you have been failing me because of apathy and frustration. There's all kinds of excuses for why people aren't participating more in their government, but this clearly, the kind of elect and forget thing isn't working. And then secondly, quite honestly, the election system with the 2 parties that we have and how people kind of volunteer to achieve these offices of government service Well, it's problematic. It's causing us to have people in our offices that are not anywhere near as good as they could be. And it's all the influence groups and money and wealth and all this stuff that's going on, and people with their own agendas. And you'll note, if you think about it just for one moment, we elect someone from a more conservative thing, and then we elect someone from a more liberal, and then conservative, and then liberal, and then conservative, and then liberal. Well, what are we trying to do? Well, we're trying to track down a path, but our only two options at the moment, because we allow we are basically abdicating our ability to self-govern. We're saying, okay, you wealthy people with certain ideals over here, you try to run the country, or you people with somewhat opposing ideas, you run the country. What? No. We need to come together. So even though I'm just Michael James Ott, I'm a nobody, and I'm an everyman. And I'm proposing that next July 4th, 2020, all of us, all 340 million of us, hit the streets at noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. And we just, wherever we are, it's July the 4th. Okay, it's a national holiday. July the 4th, noon Central. Go to the street for 1 hour and meet and greet your friends, your neighbors, the other people that live in your area, or I don't know, maybe you're traveling and you're in a campsite somewhere, or I don't know, you're a long haul trucker and you're driving a bunch of goods across country. Stop whatever you're doing and step out for the good of the nation. We the people perfect the union. We the people perfect the union. It's us. We do this. Okay? And by suggesting that we have this rally, this nationwide rally for 1 hour on July the 4th, 2020, I'm looking for a signal. I'm ready. I guarantee you, if you look for me on July the 4th, 2020 at noon Central Time, I'm going to be out in the street talking to people. Just, hey neighbor, we the people perfect the union. Looking forward to your to your greater participation in this government of ours. That's what I'm going to be doing. For 1 hour, I'm going to be shaking hands, or anyone that'll shake my hand. I'll be saying hello, and hoping that there will be millions of other people that will be doing the same. So that, change is absolutely possible, totally and completely possible. That's not a problem. The problem is, are you going to facilitate that change? Even if we had people in office right now that were really wanting to, and some number of them are, I don't want to pour them all into the same bowl, but there's a fair number of people that are just self-serving. They're in office and they're self-serving. They're trying to accumulate wealth, influence, and power. And, because of the way we're currently doing stuff, that's the way it is. But even for those people who are truly, trying to serve the people to the best of their ability, and that's why they've gone through the gauntlet of trying to be elected and so on. Even for those people, they're not going to get anything done unless we choose to serve ourselves. We've got to get involved. We've got to be open. We have to open our hearts and our minds to the whole truth, the good and the bad, the pro and the con, the for and against. And we have to talk to each other. And with an openness to at least understanding where the other people are coming from. And you'll see, I guarantee you, if you do this, you will see that some of the people that you think are, effectively your mortal enemies because of their beliefs or whatever, you will find out that, you simply don't know, or you don't understand each other. You're ignorant of each other's experiences. And by the way, ignorant is not a bad word. Okay, we're all ignorant. We're none of us are all knowing. Okay, ignorant just means that you happen to be unknowing of certain things at this point. Well, that's all of us. Okay, so again, and I will be doing a bunch of short little promotional videos for the July the 4th, 2020 We the People Perfect the Union rally. Okay, so I'll be trying to seed those out into the internet, hoping that people will grip them and hopefully go viral with them or whatever. But this is the kickoff, July 4th, 2019, and so a year to try to get the word out. A year. I mean, some people may want to organize regional rallies or whatever. Great, whatever people want to do, but to encourage everyone, the everyman, people just like me, come on. If you want to change, come on. You've got to do it, because we the people perfect the union. All right, so for July 4th, 2019, this is Michael James Ott. Encouraging you to hit the streets on July the 4th, 2020 at noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. We the people perfect the union. Until the next show, bye for now.